Okay, so good evening, everyone. Welcome to day 11 of the 21-day series. So this is Rachita here, your MC, and good to see you have a lot of our returnees back, so welcome. I hope you guys enjoyed yesterday's session about learning the first chakra. Today we're going to be learning about the second chakra. So before we begin, we'd like to acknowledge any new people who have entered or joined us today. So welcome if you are a newbie to Saj Yoga meditation, that is, you've never done Saj Yoga meditation before, or not even done the day one where we learn the self-realization. So any newbies that we have, if you can put your number and email in the chat box, we'd like to get in touch with you to hopefully arrange like a session with you to get you up to speed with this series so that you can join in and not feel too lost with us. So that'll be great. I'll give you guys a moment. If you're a complete brand newbie, number and email will be great. Number is preferable because we like to stay in touch in WhatsApp. Sometimes with emails, what I've noticed is things go to your junk mailbox. So FYI, guys, if you're not receiving emails from us, do check your junk folder. That could be the reason why. So welcome to any newies out there. We hope if you do stay today, you're still more than welcome to, as we are building on knowledge. But if there's parts you do feel a bit lost, that's where the foundation knowledge will really help. Okay, so we have in store today, like I said, learning about the second energy center. We'll also have a little bit of meditation. So this is going to be all guided by, we have Auntie Leanne and Auntie Vanola here. Leanne's our birthday girl today. Woohoo! So happy birthday to Leanne. And before we proceed, I'm just going to do a quick recap about the Muladhara, or the first chakra. And we're also just going to watch a little small video about how to set up your meditation spot. So you guys might remember we've said many times, please set up a little meditation spot at home with Shri Mataji's photo and a candle. And we've got a fantastic little video to help demonstrate on, how to get started with that. So let's do our recap first, and then we'll watch the little video. So just give me one tick. Okay, so I'm just going to share my screen, guys. And we're just going to quickly run through the first energy center, just to rehash, because as we know, repetition is always good, especially when we are new. This is all new knowledge. We are teaching you guys a lot. I think you guys are doing so well in understanding it and absorbing it as well. So the Muladhara chakra, just a quick recap, is, as we know, is located along pretty much the base of your spine, and it's below the sacrum bone. So the sacrum bone is that little triangle there where your Kundalini resides, and below that is the Muladhara chakra. So it's the only chakra that is away, or it's below the Kundalini energy. And Shri Mataji has stressed the importance of this chakra as it looks after our innocence and wisdom. So it's generally in that sort of, you could say, reproductive area in that sense. So having an important or a solid base chakra is very important as human beings, because ultimately then it controls things like reproduction, having children, and as well as your organs around that area. So when we indulge in, wrong practices or things that exploit or misuse that energy center, that's how we fall into problems in our subtle system overall. So this chakra is really, really important. As we know, it has 4 petals. So yesterday we did answer a question about, is there a scientific correlation between the number of petals and colors? Generally there is. It's to do with the number of nerve plexus, so it's a bit scientific-y, but there is always some rhyme and reason to it. Again, because it's a base chakra, it is representing the earth element. So it's like giving you that stability, that if you don't have that stability within you, then everything else is all rocky and shaky. It's got a color as well. And the important thing is remembering where is it situated on your hands. So in Saj Yoga, the way we meditate is not only, we do our left and right clearing, we are also empowering you guys to understand your subtle system using your hand, so that you can, or your hands, we have 2 hands, so that you can decode when you're meditating daily that, okay, which chakra needs work on today? What do I need to work on tomorrow? Things like that. We are empowering you to be able to do that, and at the same time assist you, when you have questions and things like that. So the Muladhara is at the base of your hands. I know someone once asked yesterday in the Q&A, if we do feel a bit of heaviness there, will pressing it do anything? Not really. Your nerves and your subtle system is smart enough to tell you that if there is a bit of heat or heaviness on that palm, that you need to address it by putting your attention on it and by saying the affirmations, which were things like, Mother, please clear my base chakra, or Mother, please give me the qualities of innocence and wisdom. So I'll quickly, briefly just touch on that, the qualities. So just remembering, base of your hand was the first chakra. And then, like I said, the qualities are about balance within you, innocence, purity, wisdom, and joy. This is why we say in children, for example, their first chakra is usually very solid and very established, because children naturally have that innocence, wisdom, and joy. They're not bombarded yet by their ego or superego, things like that. And this is why we get attracted to children, because of their innocence. So as human beings, as we grow older, that doesn't mean we have lost our innocence just because we do get trapped in the illusion of our mind and things. It just means it's been covered. And by meditating, and especially sitting on the Mother Earth, because it's the earth element, that's how we can really clear that chakra out. So those are just briefly the qualities. And again, by strengthening that base chakra, sitting on the earth, or if you're indoors, you can't sit outside on the grass, sitting on the floor, things like that, it helps give you depth, stability, and gives you stronger attention as well. And you'll naturally also start to feel lighter, more joyful, things like that. And people will see that, oh, wow, you've got this glow in you, you've got this innocence, and also this wisdom. So that's about the Muladhara chakra. What we're now just going to quickly do is that we are going to watch that short little video about how to set up your meditation spot. And then I'll quickly touch base with you guys after that. So over to Vaibhav.
I thought we should set our intention right and prepare for meditation together. All I have is one corner of a room that I have prepared for myself. Some nice plants in the background that always make me feel happy. So I ask you to do the same. Just find yourself a nice and peaceful corner where you can just sit and relax. For today, the preparation that I will do is sufficient for you to have a meditation. However, it can also be a beautiful guide for you to prepare a setup for your own meditation when you're meditating on your own. Sometimes it is just as simple as setting our intentions right, of slowing down, asking yourself, why are we here? Sometimes it is as simple as putting things together that have beautiful vibrations and that help us in concentrating more towards ourselves. A simple photograph of the founder of Sahaja Yoga, who has beautiful vibrations, is sufficient for the same purpose. So we always begin by placing her photograph so we can sit and have a meditation in her presence. It's almost like having your mother who cares about you, who beautifully worries about you and only wants the best for you. So like I said, sometimes just setting your intention right. As simple as putting a vase, as big or as small, with some beautiful roses or any kind of flowers that you have picked up from your own garden or purchased from the supermarket. As simple as lighting a simple candle. A tea light is just as good. Anything that sets your intentions right. That helps you slow down and creates a beautiful environment for you to sit and meditate. Another element is just a lamp that you can add for some extra light and warmth to make you feel like this is your intention, to sit and have a meditation and some time just for yourself. So I welcome you to the journey within.
Okay, that was a really fantastic little video, guys. So we might try and share that actually in the WhatsApp groups and in email as well. It's just that little tip and guide that, no need to feel overwhelmed. It doesn't have to be something super extraordinary, just something simple, a nice little spot you have at home. Give it a nice clean, and just have a little photograph of Shri Mataji and a candle. And these extra things like flowers, incense, a lamp, they're all just ornamental stuff you can add in to beautify it. But really, it's the candle and photograph that does it all. So the photograph, guys, what we'll do is we'll send a photograph by WhatsApp and email as well, just to make life easier. I know I posted, I think a couple of days ago, you can Google a photograph, but that might get a bit too much. And we want to make life easy for you guys. So leave that with us. We'll get to you guys with the photograph. But in the interim, if you still want to browse Google and find a photograph of Shri Mataji that attracts you, there is no harm in doing that. We won't stop you from that. Just print out a nice color shot. If you can ideally frame it, lovely. Just continue your meditations in that way. Okay, without further ado, guys, I'm going to hand it over to birthday girl Leanne. She's going to guide you for a meditation. Sit back, relax, enjoy, guys, and I will see you guys towards the end. Over to you, Auntie Leanne. And happy birthday.
Thank you. Welcome back, everybody. We'll just start off with doing a balancing of our left and right channels. But of course, first of all, we'll just raise our Kundalini first. So just starting at the base of your spine. We're going all the way above your last chakra and tying it off, bringing your attention at the same time. And again. 2 knots. And then another time, and we'll tie 3 knots above our last chakra. And then we'll put our subtle system in bandhan or protection, starting off with your right hand over your left hand and bringing it all the way around your whole subtle system like a rainbow. And just feeling that blanket of cool going over your subtle system. We do that 7 times. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So let's just close our eyes. We'll bring our attention inside ourselves and just take a few nice deep breaths just to bring your attention within. And allow your attention to just naturally flow towards the top of your head. And allow your attention just to merge into the space between our thoughts, into that silence. Allowing that drop to become part of the ocean. We'll bring our hands up level with your heart. And let's see what we're feeling on our hands. If your subtle system's nice and cool, nice and clear, it'll feel cool and light. If there's any aspect of our subtle system, for example, our left or our right channel, that isn't clear, and we might have been working it a bit hard, it'll feel heavy and you'll feel a little bit of warmth or no cool above it. You may even feel tingles. So just see for yourself how your subtle system's feeling. Is it feeling even? So, okay, tonight, in this moment, my right hand is feeling nice and light and cool, and my left is just a little bit heavier and not quite as cool. So that says to me, right, I need to clear my left side. That's my emotional channel. So what we'll do is tonight we'll clear our left and our right. So we'll start off with our left channel and bring your left hand on our lap, palm up, and our right hand down towards the earth. And bring your attention towards the top of your head. And we'll just ask this mothering energy within, Mother, please give me the pure desire. You may have some nice soft music in the background. This particular music is ragas for our second chakra, which is what we're focusing on tonight. Mother, please clear away any negative emotions, thoughts of the past, and lethargy from my left side. Just ask this mothering energy within, Mother, please help me to feel the joy of my spirit. And when you're ready, we can just bring our right hand back up on our lap and just check in. How am I feeling now? How's my left hand feeling? Is it cooler? Is it lighter? Am I feeling more emotionally balanced? And now we'll clear the right channel. So bring our left hand up in the air, just like a chimney. And we're having our right hand palm open on our lap, just like in the picture. And just ask within, Mother, please give me pure attention. And just say to this mothering energy within, Mother, I surrender my ego. Please bring me into a state of thoughtless awareness. And then just when you're ready, you can bring your left hand down. And just focusing on the central channel, we'll just bring our right hand down to the base of our spine, below our Kundalini energy, and just scoop that energy up to above your head. Just tapping on your last chakra, on your Swadhisthana Chakra, gently. And bring your hand down on top of your last chakra. We'll just massage it in that clockwise motion. And just ask 7 times. If it's your first time, you can say, Mother, please may I have my self-realization. But if you've already got your self-realization, you can just ask, Mother, please strengthen my self-realization. Leaving your attention at the top of your head where you had your hand. And just allow that energy to flow as we listen to an explanation by Vinola about the Swadhisthana, the second chakra.
Hi, I'm Vinola from Sydney, and I'm going to talk about the Swadhisthana Chakra. May I have the slide, Vibha? So the Swadhisthana Chakra. Next slide. So this Swadhisthana Chakra is below our belly button, very close to our hip area, and we have 3. We have 1 on the left side, on the left channel. We have 1 on the right side, on the right channel. And we have 1 on the central channel, on the center. All the 3 are connected by a meridian, and they are nerve plexus, 3 nerve plexus, and they are connected. So the Swadhisthana Chakra is related to your thumb. Vibha, can I just show them on the screen? So it is your thumb. So this is where you will feel your Swadhisthana Chakra. Okay. And it's also, we have all the chakras represented on our Sahasrara here around the Sahasrara. And the Swadhisthana Chakra, we have both behind, just behind the ear. Okay. So may I have the same slide, Vibha? So when, before I explain this again, when your Swadhisthana Chakra is out of balance, say if it's caught up on the left, you will feel it on your left thumb, you'll feel a tingling, a bit of heat. Or if you're caught up on the right, right Swadhisthana, on the right side, you will feel a sensation of heat on the right. Sometimes you will feel it on both sides, right? On the left and right. And then we have to clear it from the middle, from the central channel, because it's on both the sides. So if it's on the left side, it could be, impure knowledge, impure desires as well, or, too much desiring for materialism and everything without not much attention on your spirit or your spiritual ascent, or sometimes false knowledge. That's plenty around there, where sometimes when you have to pay for a spiritual learning or whatever, it could be false. That can also get caught on the left side. On the right side, generally it gets caught if you're thinking too much. And that's why this is a very important chakra, because excessive thinking will catch on the right side, so thinking of the future and imagination and all sorts of things, because we live in a very futuristic society, it can get caught up on the right side. Next slide. So one of the characteristics of the Swadhisthana Chakra is that it has 6 petals. So all the three chakras have 6 petals. And the element for this chakra is the fire element. And it is golden yellow is the characteristic color for this chakra. And it's placed on the aortic plexus. And it is ruled by the planet Mercury. All the chakras have a planet assigned to it, which is really interesting. So that is the Swadhisthana Chakra, and it represents pure knowledge. Can we go to the next slide? So, the qualities of this chakra, when your Kundalini rises and when it enlightens this chakra, your Kundalini is awakened, you've had your self-realization, then you get the spiritual knowledge. This is the seat of the spiritual knowledge, the truth. And in the affirmation during the self-realization, we ask for the pure knowledge, the truth, and it comes from this chakra. And when this chakra is strong and enlightened, it creates a sense of creativity. Your creativity becomes stronger because your attention is pure. So pure attention is what happens when this chakra is cleared and when it is enlightened by our Kundalini. And then comes inspiration for art, music, and poetry. And sometimes people are surprised that suddenly, they can be so creative, they can be so artistic, they are brave to talk poetry, and the aesthetics and everything comes out. But mainly this chakra represents the physical activity, the dynamism. So it's really important to keep this chakra in balance, because you don't want to be overly physical, overly active. And also it's so important to surrender, to the universal force, so that you're not so attached to the outcome, more, just surrendering your actions, doing what you have to do, and being dynamic. So that all comes from this chakra after your Kundalini awakening. Next slide, Vibha. So the greatest benefit of this chakra is that you start to feel peaceful, because you're not thinking so much. You've surrendered your thoughts. You don't worry so much, because again, you have surrendered. Whatever happens for the good. You can face it. Your knowledge of yourself is stronger, because the pure knowledge is also the knowledge of yourself, the knowledge of the chakras within, the awareness. Your spiritual ascent becomes very strong. So you're aware of your chakras, you're aware of other people's chakras and everything like that. And you can actually cure diseases like diabetes, blood cancer, allergies, obviously insomnia because of excessive thinking. So if you balance this chakra, you can actually cure yourself of these diseases if you catch it early. So this is the quality of the Swadhisthana Chakra. So it's such an important chakra to keep in balance. May I have the next slide? So how do we balance this chakra? How do we stop ourselves from being excessively active or thinking too much, or all those desires and impure desires and things like that? So the only way to keep this chakra in balance is to meditate regularly, a little bit time in the morning and in the evening. And when you become aware of your chakras, you're aware of yourself, this inner knowledge, you can feel if it feels hot on your thumb or on the right side, then you know that you need to use the foot soak, you need to use an ice pack to cool your right side, because excessive thinking actually affects your liver. So you need to cool down that right side and to find that peace and just cool your body down, especially in the night after you've had such a busy day, thinking too much and everything, and a chain of thoughts that even for no reason, we just keep thinking. It just heats up the right side and takes us really out of balance. And then we lose focus of our spirit, of our spiritual ascent. So this is such an important chakra to keep in balance. So down the track, we will give you the affirmations for this chakra and to do a foot soak, whether you're on the left or right. We recommend a foot soak every day, especially in the night, to just clear the base chakras. And this is one of the chakras that really gets cleared when you have a foot soak, whether you're on the left, being emotional, or whether you're on the right, the foot soak really helps. So if you're very hot, you can have the water cooler, as was explained earlier, or if you're a bit feeling cold, you're a bit on the left, you can just make it a little bit warmer to suit yourself. So this foot soak actually clears this Swadhisthana chakra. That's why we emphasize on it and teach it very early on in the course. Our next slide. So simple, and that's it. And thank you for listening. You can always ask questions at the end, and we'll be listening to a talk by Shri Mataji after meditation. Thank you.
Thanks, Finola.
Thank
you. So we're going to do another little part of our meditation on Swadhisthana Chakra. First of all, just bring both of our hands down towards Mother Earth, and we'll just focus our attention where we're sitting on our base chakra. And just ask within, Mother, please awaken within me the qualities of innocence and wisdom. Once again, just take a few nice deep breaths just to focus our energy within. And we'll bring our right hand on our lap, palm up, and put your left hand on your lap, palm up, and our right hand on our left hip bone area. And just close your eyes, bring your attention within. You can have your attention on the top of your head if it doesn't feel too strained to do so. And if you can, put your attention on your left hip area, on the second chakra on your left. And we'll just ask within, ask the smothering energy within Mother, please give me the pure knowledge of the divine within. And bring your right hand on your lap, palm up. And with your left hand, place that on your right hip. The left hand draws the heat out, and as Vinola was saying, the right side tends to heat up when we excessively think or act. And you can simply ask this mothering energy within, Mother, please give me pure attention. Mother, please cool down my liver. Attention on the top of your head. Bring your left hand, palm up on your lap. Put your right hand on your second chakra, just below your abdominal area, level with your hips. And just ask, Mother, please awaken within me the power of pure creativity. Attention at the top of your head. Mother, please help me manifest beauty. Mother, Please give me the power to appreciate beauty. Then bring your right hand palm up on your lap so that both hands are facing upwards on your lap. When I was first in Sahaja Yoga, I was very, very new. I was in a town pretty much by myself. It was just my mum and I meditating. And we had this music of joy cassette, actually. That's how long ago it was. It was a tape. And there were songs of different languages. There was Marathi and Hindi, some in English, but mostly it was in Indian, and I didn't understand it. But there was one song that I played that, even though I didn't understand what they were saying, I felt the depth of the music, and it actually really helped me to go deeper in my meditation. And I think that's probably an example of appreciating, the quality of the Swadhisthana is appreciating art and music with good vibrations. So I think that was a song which actually had really good vibrations, and I could feel that. So if we could play that song, I think we'll just play half of it first. It goes for about 11 minutes, so we'll play about 5 minutes of it. Just bring your hands on your lap and put your attention to the top of your head, and just allow yourself to feel the vibrations of the music. Some people may speak Marathi and may understand it, but if not, just feel the beauty of it. So some of the lyrics to that song are, for those that don't speak Indian or Marathi, there is immense joy all around as we are immersed in the ocean of vibrations. Like the Ganges, our river of vibrations merge into the ocean of divine bliss. There is so much more to be said, but no words can express it. So it's really beautiful. Let's just bring our hand once again up to the top of our head and just ask within, Mother, please connect us to the ocean of vibrations. Mother, please connect us to the ocean of vibrations. And leave your attention there while we listen to just a little bit more, a couple more minutes of the song, and then we'll be listening to a talk of Shri Mataji's. Thank you, everybody.
So this center, that is what we call the Swadhisthana center, is a center that gives you your future energy, to think of your future, your planning, which gives you energy to bring forth the manifestation of the physical labor or physical exercise or physical work. This poor center has to work for one work, to convert the fat for the use of the brain. Now, if one center which has to do many other things starts doing only one work, all other things are neglected. As a result of that, you develop problems because it has to cater to your liver, to your pancreas, to your kidneys, to your spleen. And once it goes into action for one channelized work, it gets programmed for it. And then it cannot take care of these things. That's how you develop a bad liver. You develop a diabetes, kidney trouble, blood pressures. Also, you develop a very serious disease called blood cancer. Now, Sahaja Yoga can cure all these troubles. It's only physical. But it can cure even physical troubles, because if this center is brought to its normal behavior, if it is made to behave in a very normal way, you can easily cure all such diseases which come out of your overactivity, overthinking, over imaginativeness. It's a very dangerous thing to always think about the future. For example, now we are here sitting down, we should be comfortably sitting down and talking to each other. Instead of that, now we are thinking, what am I going to go do tomorrow, or what am I going to do when I go home, how am I going to cook, what am I going to eat, or how I'm going to take my train. All these futuristic behaviors lead you to a very funny personality. You become so futuristic that you forget the past. I met a gentleman who forgot even his own name. He forgot the name of his father, he forgot the name of his mother, and also, to the dismay of his wife, her name. And she started crying. She said, now what to do? He's forgotten everything. Now he is in a futuristic area. He just knows the future. Then he was to be pushed back again into the center. Then gradually he started remembering. Then he told me that he's chairman of one of the councils of a big district place in India. And he said he was. He said, no, I am. I said, that's good. That's better. Now you are in that state where you say, I am. So this is what happens. And this is what's going to happen to our societies here, which is very futuristic. So to cut it down, one can try anything. You may try anything. For example, you may show pictures of the past and things like that, but that is not going to bring back the horse. It's running very fast. The only thing that can work it out is the awakening of the Kundalini. When the Kundalini awakens itself, she makes the center enlighten, and the center itself resumes its normal shape, its normal behavior, and its normal condition. Apart from that, it has got a dynamic power or manifestation that this center which looks after our attention becomes enlightened, and our attention becomes enlightened, and the attention which is enlightened becomes dynamic. In the sense now, sitting down here, you can pay attention to anyone. Just pay attention. You don't have to do anything. Just pay attention to that person, and you can find out on your fingertips what's the matter with the person. Thousands of miles he may be. When Nixon was having trouble, suddenly, I don't know, I said, find out about Nixon, how is he? And they said, Ma, he's in a terrible mess. Christ has said, your hands will speak. That's the time has come. These hands, which look so simple, but they are so intricate and so intricately built that the nerve endings are so microscopic that we cannot understand how much they can tell us, how far they can go. When the awakening takes place, you start feeling the vibrations around you, the all-pervading power which you have never felt before. Through these fingertips which we neglect, we misuse them, we use them for wrong things. These fingertips themselves get enlightened and you start feeling them. That's what I said, that you have to get your awareness which is enlightened. It's the awareness which has to manifest. And that's how you start feeling them on your fingers. It's wrong here, it's wrong there. You can see where is the problem. Now, all these are related to your centers. These are 5, 6, and 7. 7 on the left and 7 on the right. So this is about your emotional side and this is about your right. About your physical and your rational, or you can say mental side. So you can make out a person how he is by just knowing whether you are getting heat from that person, whether you are getting burning from that person, whether they are getting numb, whether they are becoming heavy. And a rapport is established with the all-pervading power which informs you, get the messages. And the messages are so correct that even if you have 10 children who are realized souls, there are many children these days are born as realized souls. We don't understand children these days, but these days they are great children and they are born today because the time has come. This is the time of judgment time. This is the time of resurrection. This is the time about which people have described in all the scriptures. So great people are taking birth. And these children, if you tie them up and their eyes and ask them about a person who is sitting facing them, what's the problem with this person? They will all raise the same finger. All of them will raise the same finger, even if their eyes are tied, even if their backs are towards the person, they can just push back their hands and say. They are so good, children are so good. You see, when they put their fingers in the mouth, we sometimes think, I don't know, Freud, who might call a very half-baked person, he didn't know much about God and life and nothing at all. He was very little bit he knew. He says that this has something to God, sex. He was nothing but a sex point and he wants everybody to be a sex point, not a human being. So this fellow, whatever he may say, but the truth is that it is nothing to do with sex. It is that they feel the heat on their fingers. They actually feel it. And that's how they put it in the mouth. The little children I've seen. We have one here who has come from England, from London. There's another one who is from here somewhere. And all of these, if you ask them, they will immediately tell, where is the catch? Which chakra is catching? Now, children, you cannot be fooled. They all tell you the same thing, that this is what is happening. So your awareness is enlightened and your hands, which have got the sympathetic endings here, tell you. We can say that now in our central nervous system, we can feel about others and about ourselves. Now, supposing you are sitting here and I ask you, what's the problem with you? You would say, I don't know what's the problem with me is. I don't know. But I may be able to tell you what's the problem. If you go and see the doctor, he'll say, yes, that's the problem. How do you know? You don't have to go to any examination for all pathological examination where all your teeth are taken out, eyes are taken out, and by the time you end up, they tell you, you are the healthiest man. You don't have to go to all these horrible things. You don't have to waste any money and try all these frustrating things. Just putting your hands, you will know about
Okay, guys, so just take this last moment of silence. Just take it about a minute. Keep your attention on the top. No music, no talking, just feel it. You can slowly open your eyes. And with that attention on the top, guys, we'll just raise our Kundalini and put on a bandhan to wrap up the meditation. Okay. So that concludes the session, guys, for today. You learned about the Swadhisthana Chakra located on your thumbs and learned it's all about that creativity and knowledge. So we are building on it every day, and we will keep you updated with the information about each chakra and the relevant affirmations. So don't stress if you don't remember them. The main thing is now just being aware on your hands of that Muladhara and the Swadhisthana, and we'll give you the information to help you out. So thank you for joining for today. Tomorrow we'll be doing the Nabi chakra, which is located on your stomach. So that's the third energy center. Before you guys go, I'll just quickly show you guys, we have uploaded Shri Mataji's photos on our website. So we have a very dynamic team here, very good Swadhisthana's, in that we have in real time just uploaded under the resources section. If you collapse this heading here and scroll down, there's instructions here on how you can download these images. So you can choose whichever image you like, whichever attracts you. There's no right or wrong image that you have to use. Any photo of her exudes those positive vibrations. So it's all there on the freemeditation.com.au/21 days website. If any new people joined in, welcome. We'd appreciate if you can give us your email and mobile number in the chat box so that we can get in touch with you to get you up to speed with all these sessions we've had. And other than that, remember to set up your little meditation space. Join us tomorrow, same time, same place. And what we'll now do is we'll give you guys about 2 minutes to, if you'd like to leave the main session now, you're more than welcome to sustain that peace and quietness within you. Otherwise, we'll have our bit of storytelling and Q&A shortly in about 2 minutes time. So thanks all for joining, and take a moment to see what you would like to do. Okie dokes, guys. So without further ado, we will start now our storytelling QA session. So if we can have Florian, James, Auntie Leanne, I think has left for the night, but if Auntie Leanne's there and Auntie Vinola, you guys, if you guys can turn on your cameras, that'll be great. And we'll just bring you guys in the spotlight. So got James. Hello there, James. Got Florian. Awesome. Oh, go admin team. Nice. Okay, and I'm just bring Auntie Vinola. Cool, cool, cool. Awesome. Welcome, team. Welcome to tonight's session. So this is your chance now, guys. If you have any questions, to pop it in the chat box, or you can put yourself off mute. Honestly, don't need to be shy with us. We're in week 2 now. And so we'll just give you guys a moment. Yep, if you've got any queries at all from today's session or from before, you can ask away. Oh, okay. Pradeep's just asked. So Pradeep's asked, this is for you, Auntie Vinola. I would like to know more about self-realization. So did you want to tell us a bit more? Maybe what is it? What's it about?
Self-realization, when you go through the affirmations that we did, and because you have the desire, you've come to this group to find that peace, to get into a state of meditation. So that's the first step of coming, and it's so spontaneous now it's so quick. So once that desire you have, and then we do the affirmations on the left side, the Kundalini energy starts to uncoil and it starts to pierce up through your channels. And once it comes right up here and connects with the universal force, and you feel different, you get into this a different state of meditation, and that's the self-realization. And then it's a matter of strengthening it and maintaining it and giving it a go, clearing your chakras, trying every day, and finding that silence between thoughts and getting into that space. That's the start. And with self-realization, the process of evolution of yourself also begins. So to me, that's self-realization. So if anybody else on the panel would like to add something more or different?
Yeah, let's ask James. What does self-realization mean to you? What is it?
Sure. I would try and give a real simple approach. If you think about the term self-realization, it means realizing yourself. So how do you realize yourself if you are yourself? So as Vinola was saying, the Kundalini actually takes you beyond yourself. The Kundalini Awakening connects you to this all-pervading power. So that creates a new awareness where we're going beyond ourself. Our attention is coming up to our Sahasrar. The Kundalini takes our attention here, and the Sahasrar goes actually beyond us. And with our attention up here, we can actually more clearly see ourselves. So if you think about our day-to-day existence when we're trying to reflect on ourselves and become better people, it can be difficult because we have so many thoughts and so many emotions and so many opinions and whatnot flowing through our mind. But when we reach that state of pure silence, then we get the most clear reflection, the most clear sight of what's happening within us, because it's not muddled up by any thoughts. So I think that's kind of the process.
Nice.
Sounds very, yeah.
And
Rachita, this is
Florian,
Manika
would
this
you-
side.
Oh yes. Hi, Manika. Yeah.
I'm just so sorry. Just quickly entering here for a minute. This question was really asked to me a few times on WhatsApp as well. I was getting heaps of people asking, what is self-realization? What do you know? How do you tell you're self-realized? What do you mean by saying I got my realization? So I'll just quickly take this opportunity to tell you what I felt when I got my realization. There always comes a point in our life when we hit the low. You know, everybody of us hits a certain low in our life where we feel things are not working out, something that's happening around us is not right. We feel like everything that's happening that's wrong is happening to us. When we hit that low, it's only at that point we question, like, why the hell am I here? Why do I exist? What is the reason for me being here? That question, unfortunately, we only ask, for most of us, not for all of us, for most of us, we only ask that question when we hit that low. So your realization is just about getting your answer to that question, the purpose of your being. You have to question, are you born only to grow up, get married, have children, have a job, have a house, have a car, and then what? Like, your life can't be just that flat, right? There has to be a reason for your being. And when you find that reason, you realize the purpose of your existence. And that is self-realization. Like, for example, I'm chatting to so many people as well on WhatsApp. They keep asking, like, oh, you guys are doing such a good job and you're doing this program, which is so nice. The entire team is doing this and we're so thankful and grateful. And the only drive, like Sahaj Yoga, it's free. We're not charging any money. We're all volunteers. And the only drive is the joy that we got when we got our self-realization. It's that purpose, to spread that joy. And unfortunately, the world is so materialistically inclined that we feel our purpose can only be to get a job, to get promoted, to have a social standing in life. But that is so hollow. And COVID has taught us that there's no, it's completely hollow. It doesn't have a structure to stand on if you're just standing on that social standing. So to really reflect inside, find the joy and peace within you, and then to be able to share it is realization. So yeah, just a quick minute here to say that.
No, I love it. It's all good. It's good you came in. I think that's fantastic. Like, and I'll just quickly add, Florian, did you want to add anything, Florian, as well? Or... Oh, you're on mute. You'll have to just unmute yourself.
Can you hear me now? Hello?
Yes, go ahead. Yes.
Yeah, well, that was all beautifully said. I don't really know exactly what to add anymore, but definitely it is like Manika said. It for me also. My experience was when it happened when I really was at a low, and in conflict, and you really ask yourself what is all of that for, and you also when you open up. So for me, it was also that you really look at yourself truthfully and open up to that and open up to others. That definitely helps. And that was for me. And then I had that experience of the self. And interestingly, the self is somehow, it takes us beyond our person, because the self is the same for all of us. It's the spirit in our heart, and that's beyond our ego and our little person. That kind of, we're all here and we will go one day again, we're not here forever. And the self is actually the eternal part of us. But at the same time, we also interestingly become ourselves as persons. You know, we become more authentic and more how we really are, and open to others, and yeah, and still we connect to that eternal part or aspect of ourselves. Yeah, it's you just and it happens by itself also, like funnily, yeah. So it really happens automatically by itself. It's just happening through that Kundalini that we ask and pray to, and then it just happens. So that's all you can do. We have all these techniques that we teach now, but the main thing is really that you just ask for it, and then that you just let go and surrender, because it will just happen by itself, and it will happen when you. So from my experience with Sahaja Yoga, the amazing thing is really that it does work, and you have to be a bit patient and try, and at some point it will just happen. Yeah. I can't hear you. Anyone now?
Can't hear you.
I was
Ruchi.
blabbing to myself. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Too talkative, and then I just muted myself. Anyways, that was great. I think Pradeep also has just acknowledged that it's been beautifully explained. So Pradeep, are you actually there? Are you satisfied with our responses? Or
Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so
great.
much for explaining beautifully, and in such a simple and clear words. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no worries. It's a fantastic question. So it's great you asked. And again, guys, just to rehash, the self-realization process all comes from Shri Mataji. So none of us invented it. We're just passing on the knowledge. And she knew from her knowledge, because she is a special soul. She is someone who's quite enlightened, of course, and that's why you can feel that wisdom in her talks touch you, that she just gets it. She knows what the human race is all about. What are we suffering with problems, things like that. So she came up with this technique on the 5th of May, 1970, when she realized this 7th chakra, because before that, there were many, gurus, incarnations that have come on this talking about, human beings suffer because of ego. That was Buddha. You've got Jesus Christ saying, forgive everyone, things like that. So since then, there was not really anyone to talk about this 7th chakra. So as human beings, we got stuck on the mental level, and this is why we're killing each other due to religions, because we don't know the truth. We don't know what is the absolute. Like, is Christianity right, or Buddhism, or Hinduism? But the beauty in Sahaja Yoga is we consolidate all those principles that, yes, forgive everyone, yes, surrender your ego, things like that. So she came up with this structure that, okay, instead of meditating in the Himalayas for 50 years, how can you get this realization, this moment of joy right at your home? And she said that there needed to be a process that was quick, because we are in the jet age, things are moving super fast. And so she came up with this process. Okay, I'm the spirit, I'm not guilty, I forgive, those affirmations and the hand movements, and called it the self-realization process. So great question there. Okay, second question we had from Shamim was asking about the hand placements when we were clearing out the 2nd chakra. So maybe Auntie Vinola, because you've got a really clear screen and not a fudgy background like me, did you quickly just want to show, maybe while sort of standing up, where did we place our right hand, when Leanne was guiding the meditation? Could you quickly show this to us?
It's oh dear.
So maybe just step back a bit. Yeah. And we can see you in the frame. That's it.
Okay.
Yep. That's it. Stand a bit tall, nice and tall.
Your left hip is for the left side, and then your right hip is for the right. Okay? So that, left, right.
Yeah.
And right.
So I hope you guys can see. Yep. Sorry, I think Auntie Vinola's is a bit cut from the bottom, but basically it's the hips, guys. So your hip, where your pants sit. Yep.
And both are affected. You can use the center one.
Yes, the center one's here. So it's below your belly button usually, guys, in the center. Yep. And then left, right. So when you look at the center, every chakra has a left and a right component equivalent. Cool, awesome, that's brilliant. Okay, I actually want to get to know our panels a little bit more, our panelists a bit more. So Florian, can you tell us, what is your occupation and how long have you been in Sahaja Yoga? Oh, you're on mute. No, you're on mute.
I'm an osteopath. So that's a bit of a mix. So it's an allied health professional in Australia. So we treat people for back pains and headaches and joint pain and muscle injuries, things like that. And I've been doing Satya Yoga for over 15 years now. So I started in Germany and then moved to Australia about 12 years ago.
Awesome. Auntie Vinola, tell us about a bit about you.
I used to be a biochemist, then I became a naturopath, and not practicing now because of COVID. And I've practiced Sahaja Yoga for nearly 30 years. Yeah, nearly 30.
Nice.
Yeah.
Don't get fooled by our age, people. Auntie Vinola still looks fresh like 25. So touch wood. Actually, guys, I will have to say, when you do start meditating, one beauty of Sahaja Yoga is that Shri Mataji has said in talks, you will start to look 10 years younger because you start to have a glow on your face. You know, all your tensions, worries, physical problems start to reduce. So you don't need no fairness cream or Botox, people. You've got a free technique at home with you to try this. I'm saying this with caution. I'm not saying you look 10 years younger by tomorrow, but it will definitely make you look less tired and less stressed as well. James, tell us a bit about yourself.
Yeah, I'm from the US. I'm in Australia now. I've been here for about 4 years. I work in IT. Yeah, I've been doing Sahaj meditation for about 15 years now, but still learning every day.
Wonderful. And they're all learning. That's it. I think Patricia did give us a lot of questions. I can see our admin is helping out as well. But let's divert to a bit of storytelling, I reckon, guys. Florian, is there any story or significant experience you'd like to share with everyone?
Well, I thought of one story, like you said, like that really the source of or the one who taught us the self-realization is Shri Mataji, and she is the source also of this process, really. And I had one experience in Satya Yoga when I started to meditate at the beginning that I thought I could share. You know, when we do the meditation, we put our hand on our heart and on the different chakras in our heart, we ask, who am I, or am I the spirit? And we did one meditation at the beginning and we put the hand on our head on the Sahasrara chakra, and then the person guiding the meditation said, and now if you like, you can ask Shri Mataji, who are you? And I did that in the meditation. I could feel really how these vibrations and how all this love, this ocean of bliss that we've talked about, that was really kind of, I could really physically nearly feel it, like that was flowing from the picture to me. And I thought I'd share that, because that's also why we really use the picture, because actually Shri Mataji is like a source for these vibrations and for this experience.
That's really nice. What about James? Any story you'd like to share, or even like an experience of, what was life like before and after Sahaj? Anything you'd like?
Yeah, I guess I'll just roll with the last thing you said. I noticed a huge change in my life before and after. I think, in a sense, I was always seeking something, like always felt like a little bit something was lacking, but I wasn't sure what. And I sort of innocently came into this meditation class. I felt I just had so many of those small questions that come into your life about who you are and your purpose, answered so quickly. Just feeling in meditation this whole new sense of connection, of completion, and understanding about myself, because my understanding of myself was no longer being generated by my mind. I feel normally so much we try and make an image of ourselves from our thoughts, and it tends to go this way and that way, and suddenly it wasn't going this way and that way, but I was just having this immense sense of peace, of love and connection, and I felt inside, okay, like that's who I am. And another big realization that came to me was when I was actually attending the class and I was having a look at this chakra chart, and it had the list of all the qualities of the chakras. So, you know, in the Muladhara, we have innocence, in the Swadhisthana, creativity, in the Nabi, generosity, in the heart, there's love. In the Vishuddhi, there's diplomacy and sweetness. And before, I always kind of felt like, well, you know, some people are really generous, and, you know, some people are really creative. And that gave me a new inspiration that, like, oh, all of us have all these centers. So all of us have the potential to be creative, to be generous, to be loving, to be all of these things. And so that gave me a whole new set of confidence to say, yes, I'm going to be creative, I'm going to be generous, I'm going to be diplomatic, because I have the potential to do all of these. And so that was a big, I think, changing point for me in terms of self-development.
That's amazing. I love what you said, James. I've never seen someone give me a story like that, of seeing those qualities and realizing, yeah, we imbibe them all. That's wow, a wonderful story. Thank you. What about you, Auntie Manola? Any significant stories, experiences?
It's when you make this connection, I've practiced for 30 years and it keeps changing. You get this vibratory awareness, you feel vibrations. And when you get connected to this universal force during your meditation, you feel this incredible love, that you're loved. There's this force, this universal divine force loves you. And that gets you through. It's amazing because it gets you through all, you get worried, even after practicing, you get anxious, but then you just surrender to this universal force, and it gives you a sense of witness, just a sense of calmness, and that you're being protected and loved. And the first thing that I noticed when I joined Sahaj is I used to be afraid of the dark all my life, afraid of the dark, right through my childhood. I used to be afraid of the dark. And that comes from, you will learn further from this chakra, the heart chakra. And when I cleared it, I felt the sensation in my heart. And that was the first thing I noticed, was not being afraid of the dark, because you have a sense of being loved, of being protected, and having this connection. So you become sort of almost like fearless, almost, not completely, but there is that steady pillar, that keeps you going, and because I live by myself here. COVID, I'm completely by myself. My children are overseas. One's going to be having a baby in a few days, and I'm by myself. And you cope because you have yourself and the self, and we all have the same self. So we're all connected. So you're not really alone, even though you're physically alone. And I don't think I could have achieved this state of being alone through COVID lockdown in Sydney, past 1 month, completely by myself. Yes, I whinge now and then, but I could not have done it without this Sahaja Yoga meditation, honestly.
Wow, that's really inspiring. Thanks for that, Auntie Manola. That like she's saying that, in COVID, we do feel more frightened or worried, especially maybe if you do live alone or overseas, away from family and friends. That Sahaja Yoga also empowers you and gives you that fearlessness, and like she said, that sense of security and love, that you are not alone. The divine power is out there. No matter how much we try and deny as human beings that, there's no higher power, there's no universe or God or power of love. There is some power out there, and that's why COVID is not an abstract happening. There is some reason that it is taking place to really just help us human beings to, transform and improve ourselves in a better way. Thanks for that, guys. I think what we'll do is, I'm mindful it is a weeknight. Oh, you want to say something? Yeah, go. We can't hear you for some. Oh, there we go. Yes.
I'm also human. I had a bit of a whinge today to a friend about the lockdown, but it's been a long time, more than a month, but I've coped. And today I just telling my friend, I can't take it anymore. But with her inspiring talk, she's a Sahaja Yogi. Yeah, having all of you here, I feel really good.
That's awesome. And you can have a whinge, guys. We're humans. We're not superhumans or gods. So, I mean, I had a whinge as well. I think it was Saturday night, I was like, I can't take any more Netflix. I'm so sick of Netflix. And then Sunday, it was luckily we had a bit of an ease of lockdown in Brisbane because I need to socialize as well. And it just gave that sense of freedom. So hang in there, peoples. If you have a bit of lockdown going on, don't despair. I'm sure it'll get better. But if you don't have a lockdown, take full advantage of it now. Go out and socialize and meet people as well. So okay, let's try and address some of Patricia's questions, guys. So Patricia girl, I'm going to say breathe. She's got a lot of questions and we're just going to try our best to answer them. So let's try Florian. Florian, Patricia is asking, what's the difference between the right and left thumb when you feel that they are imbalanced?
When you feel that they're imbalanced or that they're in balance?
Imbalanced, unbalanced.
Yeah, yeah. So, well, we have the right thumb we've got the right and the left channel, and the right channel is always gets into imbalance if we work too much with our ego, if we work too much, if we become overactive, although we can be active, but it's, you can be active, but not with your ego. You do things and you enjoy it. You become very active actually when you're, when you're in the center channel. But if it's just happening through what you want or what you think or how you think it has to be, and you plan and you start to worry, then your right side really goes into imbalance. And the left side goes into imbalance in general if you go too far onto the emotional side. So if you get stuck in the past and just all the time getting very emotional and not really becoming lethargic and becoming depressed, that's the left side. And for the Swadhisthana chakra, really on the left side, it's the left Swadhisthana is the true knowledge, yeah, or the truth about ourselves. So if you have too many desires or too many wishes that are unfulfilled, then you will catch on that left Swadhisthana chakra. Or also if you have too many wrong ideas and conditionings about yourself. We all have our conditionings and it's normal. So we need conditionings in a way even. So, but better have some good conditionings. And if you have too many conditionings about yourself, that you are not good enough for something, or that that you have to be like this so that you please others and things like that, then you will definitely catch on your left Swadhisthana chakra. And on the right Swadhisthana chakra is really if you exploit it. So it will really heat up if you try to do something because that's what you want. And even if it doesn't work, you still continue doing it and until you really hurt yourself. That actually happened to me a couple of times. So that's really, you're going to exploit that right Swadhisthana chakra. There's this fire on your right side and it will overheat and that it will go into imbalance then. So yeah, and you feel it on the thumbs if you've got a good sense for that. Don't know if that helped.
No, that's great. Remember, guys, that so the second energy center is pretty much creativity, and it's also actually thinking as well. So yes, your brain thinks, but Shri Mataji has said that the second energy center is what provides the energy to the brain to function. So like Uncle Florian just said, so if you look at left and right, and remember left is past, right is future, think, okay, I'm on the second energy center, the qualities are thinking and creativity. Now, if I fall in the past, what is past thinking? Past thinking is, indulging in those emotions, maybe memories, too much of that, which is not good, and you fall into depression and things like that. Also, it then falls into, you might have those, like we said, improper desires, that maybe you're running after something so badly, then you get frustrated and upset, and that's why you fall to the left as well, and you think, what's the point of life now? So it's coming to that balance. So the futuristic side, the right thumb then is, okay, I'm thinking too much about the future. Like Shri Mataji has said in our talks that we are a futuristic society. So the aim is, we're not telling you don't forget your memories or don't plan in the future. Do it in moderation so that you're not suffering with things like insomnia or over worrying and stuff like that. So hope that helps, Patricia. You can comment if you like, if that answer helped. The next question, I will direct it to James. Why do we make the knots? What's the difference by doing that in the bandhan?
Yeah, that's a real simple thing. And it's really just to hold your attention there. So from my personal experience, I feel the Kundalini coming up. And then when I'm doing the knot, I'm really concentrating the energy here. And then as you repeat it when I'm doing it again, then it's even further concentrating it here. And ideally, what will happen is, you know, a lot of you have been meditating a few days already. You're probably starting to feel vibrations or feel Kundalini. Maybe not yet, that's okay. But Kundalini is an extremely tangible thing that you feel. It's not something just visualized or just an idea, but you should feel really your Kundalini coming up, and you can feel some strands and some energy coming out that's going beyond you. So that knot is really just strengthening your attention here and helping to keep your attention in your Sahasrara and have it be beyond your thoughts.
That's a good one. So just think of it, guys, and logically, why do you tie a knot when you tie your shoes or a rope? You're tightening something, right? You're trying to focus a point. It's the same concept here. You're just trying to tell yourself that, okay, I'm trying to put my point of attention here so it doesn't wander during the day too much on unnecessary things. And that's why we put it here. So hope that answered question 2, Patricia. Auntie Vinola, we have another question here. That she says, I can't stop thinking yet. At the point of the music, I start to get distracted. For example, I start worrying that I have to forget about my doubts and questions. What piece of advice would you give there if there are others who still can't stop thinking?
Yeah, one thing is to witness it, you know, don't fight it, just witness it. Oh, here I go again, you know, and then bring it back. And you can also touch here so that, you know, it happens to all of us, even though we're practicing. You just raise, put your hand right through the middle, the central channel, and touch there. And then that sensation will say, right, that's where my attention has to be. Do it as often as you can. And having a candle also, or sometimes looking at Shri Mataji's picture, because she has so much of vibrations, and looking at the bindi, because that's where, you know, the thinking is happening. Looking there, looking at a candle, and then reminding yourself, oops, here I go again. And then you could go up, press, and then it's like holding a soccer ball on your head. You're balancing it there. You know, that's one way of keeping your attention there. So you just press there, feel that sensation, and imagine you're holding or balancing something there. And then with that practice, you know, and the Kundalini awakening, it'll get stronger. And then you get into that space and you don't want to get out of that beautiful space that you get into. I hope that helps.
That was fantastic. Another little handy tip, guys, is if you are anywhere, say at work, and you're getting a bit frazzled, or even during the meditation, you know, let the thoughts come, like she said. Don't fight them, because the more you fight, you'll get into a battle inside yourself. I think it's been said before, just watch them like waves, you know, just witness them and they'll slow down on their own. The other little technique is, you know, anywhere you are, if you need that reminder of, okay, attention here, no matter what you're doing, watching TV, cooking, playing with your kids, you can still have your attention there and enjoy everything. And take your right hand, and, you know, we can do this together, guys. 3 times, you know, put it below your belly button, and we can all collectively just raise it slowly to the top of your head. So you guys might know we've done this action before. Let's all do it together. Slowly, just 3 times raise it. This is just telling your mind that, hey, mind, shush for a second. Let's go back to this Kundalini energy and raise it up and remind ourselves we want to stay on the top here. And then you can always raise it a couple of inches in a way to heighten your attention there. So by tapping and then heightening it, you can feel that, oh, okay, you're sitting a bit taller, your attention's higher, and you can feel that coolness or that warmth as well. On that note, Patricia also asked, so I can help answer this for Patricia, that you listened to the music, felt a bit of an electric sensation, discovered that the side of healing you need is the left channel, as it's always cold. Not necessarily, Patricia. So when you're meditating, guys, and if you find one hand is cooler than the other, it doesn't actually mean that side needs the attention. Remember, in Sahaja Yoga, coolness means tick, everything is good, you're in check. It's the heat that you need to address. So if you feel warmth on a hand or a burning sensation or any tingling on particular fingers, that's what needs the addressing. So just remember that, guys, so that you're not, you've got a cool left side and then you're candling even more. You might put that out of balance because it's not the side that needs the work. So just remember, cool is all good. Warmth is what needs the attention. Florian, did you want to add something to that? No, all good. Okay, Vinola, Auntie Vinola?
No, good, all good.
Yep, all on the same page, James? Yep.
All good.
Okay, I'm just testing my knowledge. Okay, I'm on the right track as well, folks. So, okay, and lucky last question, and then we can call it a night. So I think, Patricia, you're a bit worried about, you have to take an important decision on how do you meditate to make it a good one, as to avoid fears of making a wrong one. Okay, so I'll hope I'm understanding this as you basically want to know what's the right way to meditate, I assume. Is that right, Patricia? Are you still there? Or so you can put in the chat box or unmute yourself if you like. Yep. So is that what you wanted answering, Patricia? Like basically, do you just want that rehash of how to meditate? So you're on the right track? Okay, yep, fantastic. No, good question, guys. No question is right or wrong, as we said many times. I'll just quickly show you guys the little handout we went through yesterday on the sequence of meditation. And we've also put it in the WhatsApp group. So I think, Patricia, I've seen you in the WhatsApp groups, and I can personally message you after today as well with this handout, because there's things do get a bit lost in messages we send. But basically, guys, honestly speaking, do not stress in Sahaja Yoga. The aim of Sahaja Yoga is not to make you stressed people. It's your time to unwind and relax. We give you a recommended structure to meditate, as that's what we all follow based on what Shri Mataji has taught us. But end of the day, you always follow your heart and your vibrations. One day you don't feel like doing a foot soak, the world's not going to end. Nothing's going to happen. It's okay. One day you just feel like listening to music, lying on the floor, do that. So here is this prescribed structure we wanted to tell you guys, which we mentioned yesterday. So step 1, as we covered earlier today, have a little meditation spot set up. As mentioned, there are photos of Shri Mataji on the website. Pick one you like, print it out, and set up a little spot like this. We also saw that little video that it doesn't have to be anything complicated. So this is step 1. And then we say you should meditate ideally twice a day. Once in the morning. The best one is 4 to 5 a.m. if you're an early riser. If you're not, again, not the end of the world. Try and meditate once you've woken up. Do a quick meditation. You could be sitting in your bed even, or at least at your meditation spot. And then do these little couple of structures here. So you can raise your Kundalini, put on a bandhan. That's always a must to get that attention on the top. Do your left-right clearing. Observe what you're feeling. So you guys have now learned about the thumb and the thumbs and the palms. If you feel you need a candle, if you know that, okay, my left side is heating up, I need a candle. I know it sounds counterintuitive that my left side is heating up and I need a candle. It's telling you that, hey, you need a bit of attention on that left channel. So you can use a candle if you like, or the ice pack. But honestly speaking, guys, I would say don't bog yourself down too much with the candle and the icing. Just a foot soak is great. And the foot soak generally is recommended in the evening. But if you feel like doing it in the morning, there's no one stopping you there. Listen to a bit of music if you like. If the music distracts you, don't worry about it. Shri Mataji's talks are also really great to get that bit of wisdom and thoughtlessness as well. Then meditate as long as you want. Put on your raise your Kundalini, put on a bandhan, you're ready for your day. And then when you come back home from work, or it's evening time or right before bed, do a meditation again, raise your Kundalini, put on a bandhan. We heavily recommend do a foot soak. So yes, you guys have learned now that, okay, the base chakra is the earth element. The second chakra is the fire element. Don't stress too much that, okay, that means I have to sit on the earth and then use a fire and then use water. Just stick to the foot soak for now, because the warm water clears your left side anyway. The cooler water clears your right side, and it just overall cleanses you as well. So do your foot soak, clear out your left and right if you want, observe how you're feeling. And again, music, talk if you'd like. The main aim is to just try to get to that thoughtless state, and as long as you can stay there. And then again, raise your kundalini, put on a bandhan, chuck the foot soak water out, and then go to sleep, and you'll feel really light and have a good night's sleep as well. We also recommend, given you guys are still relatively new, don't forget about the self-realization. Try and do it maybe at least once a week. So maybe a Sunday morning or night, something like that. Just set it as your time to do the self-realization. And all the steps and everything is on our website. We have the video demo or we have the PDF. It's up to you what you'd like to follow. But basically all the things are in here as well, just to rehash, the foot soak, affirmations, etc., as well as the techniques. So I hope that answers your questions, Patricia, and anyone else as well who still had questions about how to meditate. Okay, I think Patricia's just given a last question, so we'll call this our last question for the night. I'll direct it to Florian. Florian, Patricia is asking, I was wondering if I have to repeat something special or focus on my heart. Okay.
It's always good to I mean, our attention is very important in the meditation. So if you have your attention on your heart, that definitely is good. I would not focus too much. It should never be forceful. You have to be gentle with yourself. It's really actually about also being gentle and loving towards yourself, and not about forcing yourself or forcing your attention somewhere. But definitely it comes from the heart. Yeah. So the heart is where our spirit resides. And if you have your attention on your heart and just be honest with yourself, just see also what you feel in your heart and do that. That's very important. We have all these techniques and everything we teach, and from our experience, it's all been working fantastically. But really, in Sahaja Yoga, it has to be your own experience. It's nothing from outside. You have to experience it yourself, inside yourself, and you have to be also honest with yourself. So I have to think now about a couple of days or so. There was Jenny who was talking about her experience, how she was meditating for 4 weeks and it didn't really work, and then she said, I tried one more time, and then it actually worked. So yeah, it's also spontaneous. It's just going to happen. So yeah.
That's it. James, would you like to add? Okay. Oh, that's great. No, thank you. James, would you like to add anything?
I think both of your comments are spot on. Just get practicing, meditate as much as you can. We can give you all the theory, but you've just got to start feeling it yourself, and then you're gonna understand the benefits. That's it.
Love it. Auntie Vinola, closing comments?
Closing comment is just think this is me time.
That's right, guys. Me time in big letters. We'll put that in tomorrow's session. Me time. So
and then look forward to your little corner and little space, and you just and you look forward to it, and every day that desire will increase and it'll just happen.
That's it, guys. I think you guys are doing it with so much sincerity and desire. We can see that in you. That's why you're curious. You get a bit worried at times. Am I on the right track? Am I not? It's totally normal. You guys are only week 2 babies, so you're doing really well. But yeah, hang in there, guys. You're doing fantastically. And I think on that note, we're going to call it a night. You've got the WhatsApp groups. We're still there to help you. I think Monica also is working very hard behind the scenes to try and buddy up. Some of you guys with us experienced practitioners, that way you have that buddy system as well if you've got queries and questions, and maybe you might be a bit shy to put it on the WhatsApp group. But we're still here for you in the interim. Don't be hesitant to message us, and join us tomorrow for day 12, learning about the Nabi and the void, which is all in your stomach region. And yep, same time, same place, we will be here for you. So let's raise our Kundalini and put on a bandhan, guys, to sustain that attention again on the top. And we'll call it a night.
Thank you.
Thank you, James. Thank you, Auntie Vinola.
Thank
Uncle
you.
Florian. Great to have you guys on
Lovely.
board.
Thank
Thank you,
And,
everybody. Beautiful program.
Sign
Thank
off from
you.
our end here. Thank you all. Thank you for joining. See you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you.
Kittivarna vitujika stuti Nirmala Kittivarna vitujika stuti Manavaltetesa Manavaltetesa Devachi anubhuti Nirmala Kittivarna vitujika stuti Kittivarna vitujika stuti Kittivarna vitujika stuti Kittivarna vitujika stuti Kirti Varnavi Tuji Gastuti. Premacha Sarpekshatu Dharmacha Pekshatu Karamatse mokshatsatu Maramatse lakshahitu Nirmala Kirti Varnavi Tuji Gastuti Kirti Varnavi Tuji Gastuti Kirti Varnavi Tuji Gastuti